Mr. Glass, should I just stop the music here?
Good evening. We got him to play it all tonight. Welcome to you all. Welcome to Virtual Band Parade number 33, I think it is. My goodness, who would have thought we would have done 33 of these when we stopped? Good evening, everyone. Glad to have you joining us this evening. And tonight we are celebrating our Scottish 12th. Yes, I know it's not the same as being there, and I know it is not the same as being on parade, but this is the best we can do. So hopefully this makes up for it in some small part. So tonight is going to be totally Scottish bands, except for our first one, which is, of course, the band who should have had the parade this evening, and it is Derry Lorne Boyne Defenders. This is them playing Kosovo at the Pride of the Ravens parade in 2018. Roy says it's not ready. Hey, talk about that. Do you? Do you? I don't blether. Don't blether at all.
Yes, you normally do blether a little bit longer than that to give me a chance to get the first video loaded.
I can't one.
Right, we're ready now.
Okay. waving to Roy to say I can't hear him at all now, and the reason I can't hear him at all is because the tune is finished. Good evening to you all. Let's see who we have got. I'll get a quick scan through everyone online and get saying hello to a few people. Michelle Newell's on. David Sheridan's on again. Lovely to have you both back again. Yvonne Johnson was wondering whether the starting tune was Dunloy or Brunswick. The starting tune was Dunloy, for everyone that was wondering. Hi to Kenny there in Larne, the home of Dummigan's accordion. Alistair is watching in Edinburgh. Noel has asked for a clip of Bruce's Two Blues. So it's in a few people asking there for clips of different people. Remember, tonight is our Scottish 12th parade, so it is nothing but 12th bands, Scottish bands the whole night through. Harry is watching from Glasgow. Great to have you on with us, Harry. Martin from Irvine and Ayrshire. Rab Sweeney is watching just up the road. Can't wait to see you next week, Neil. Neil has been told to stop drumming in the chair because he told Roy to play the whole tune at the beginning tonight. So I'm glad you told that because he wouldn't listen to me. Good evening, Samuel in Moneymore. Cliff from Old Trafford, Manchester. We're not showing any South Down defenders tonight, Cliff. As I said, tonight is just Scottish bands, but maybe some other weeks, so you have to stay tuned. Karen wants me to say hello to Bobby Dixon, who's watching in East Belfast. So hello, Bobby. And Ronnie and Anne, who are watching in Portrush. And Ronnie says hello to me and all that are watching. So everyone say hello back to Ronnie and Anne. Gary is watching. Gary and Lisa are responsible for the choices of the Scottish bands this evening because Gary, of course, is in charge of the Loyalist Band Scotland YouTube channel. And Lisa has been such a godsend for me in terms of helping. Jackie says Gordon was watching in Thornton, England. Jackie says good evening from Ballyclare, Victoria. Alistair welcomes us all to Scotland for the Scottish 12th tonight. And Alistair Johnston is watching from Tobermore. Hugh Solomon, it says evening from Loyalist Clackmanahan. Susan Stanford McCann is watching as Keith McCormick in a very wet Portrush, he said. Now, let's see who else we have on here. Trevor really loved that clip of Derry Lauren because he said they play Kosovo mix brilliantly. And good evening from Helen and Ballysillan. I see Julie Dodd is on. Alan Miller, welcome to you both. William Fenton, tonight would have been Killycoogan Independent Accordion Parade in Portlanone. How did we miss that? How have we missed that one? Anyway,
has Lisa missed a parade?
I would find it very strange if she did, but we will get a clip of Killycoogan if we possibly can. Lisa, I'm sure, will be straight on that. Hi, Robert McCotter. Hope well, but oh, sorry, that was somebody else. Muriel wants to know, is iTunes playing up? Is it starting and stopping? Well, you're not on iTunes, you're on YouTube, mummy. I don't know whether it's playing up or starting and stopping. Roy, what's it like at your end? In the meantime,
I did reply to your mum there. I'm not getting any error messages coming up anywhere. The YouTube stream on the TV has played flawlessly, and as usual is the couple of seconds ahead of Facebook. Maybe
just your internet, mum. Pay the bill.
Put 50p in the hamster.
What'd you say?
Put 50p in the hamster.
50p in the hamster, yes. But to get data, you run a wee bit faster in the treadmill. Carl is watching from Dramara. Stephen in Liverpool. David is in Erskine. Daphne is watching a Moneymore with Samuel. Are the two even two different devices? Are you in the same house but two different devices? Wayne is watching from Liverpool. David says good evening from Kelswater. Rebecca says her and Jordan are watching. Diane Steele, I hope the county is playing tonight. Yes, the county are on the list. They absolutely are. Tom is watching from the Whirl. Becky says play Starve Noga accordion. Unfortunately, Starve Noga aren't Scottish, so they're not on tonight. Absolutely not. Happy birthday to my mum, Mary Pettigrew, and that is from Billy. Happy birthday, Mary. We'll remember to include you later on in the birthdays. Say hello to Sonia from everyone in Larne. Cheryl, can you please say happy birthday to Cheryl? It's your birthday as well, Cheryl. Happy birthday. Now, I'll have to get those two written down. Now, while we're getting those written down, we're going to go to our first Scottish band. Oh, could you really ask for a better Scottish band than this one? This is Gringar's Thistle. Absolutely superb band. I haven't seen a bad clip of them yet, and I don't think this is going to be it. They are playing here at the Trevor King Memorial Parade in 2019. Is the sound okay for everyone? I just see that Trevor has set up that he's lost the sound. Everything okay? Trevor, are you watching on YouTube or on a mobile device, or where are you watching from? We seem to be okay at Roy's end because I just heard myself back again. So let's see who we all else have in. Robert, you're a first-time viewer from Cambuslang near Glasgow. Welcome, Robert. If you love marching bands, this is absolutely the place for you at the moment on a Friday and Saturday night. The rest of the year, hopefully, you're out at a parade somewhere. Erwin is watching from a wet, white 5 Mile town. William from Motherwell. Becky's asking for Constable Anderson. Oh, boys, I'm sure they maybe do go over to the Scottish Pulse, but tonight we are totally dedicated towards Scottish band. Willie B is watching, as is our good friend Denise Gordon. And I see the unofficial Orange Order photographer, Brian Graham, has joined us. I see you're back starting to take photographs again. Brian, great to see you back out moving again. William is asking, do we have a clip of New Stevenson Old Boys? I do believe that they are on the list somewhere. I'm almost sure I saw them on the list. Hi to Mary and welcome to James. Dougie, who's watching Maybole, Scotland. Gary is listening whilst on a call out to calendar. So you're working and listening to the bands. I like your style, Gary. Absolutely love your style. Ian is watching from Inverness. Hi, Ian, and Stephen from Cumbernauld. Davy, who will be watching from a wet Stranookum tonight, won't you, Davy? Neil Glass loved that last tune that we played there from Greengars. They are, of course, superb. The next band are equally as good. I mean, we have a great lineup here of Scottish bands. The next one is Camlachie Loyal Star. Playing Here Lies a Soldier at the Big Walk in 2019. Great there from Camlachie. There always seems to be an abundance of police at the Scottish Gulf for whatever reason. I suppose they're all council orientated, etc., in terms of allowing the parades and their shall we say SNP run. But anyway, let's take a look now who else we have on. We have James Shankland on. I think I've mentioned that before, possibly. Adrian McVanna said that they're a superb band. Tam is looking for the Andrew Murphy Memorial. I'm not 100% certain if they're on the list, Tam. We are hi to Lilibet in Corian, Eddie in Glasgow, and Sister McCubbin in Saltcoats and Ayrshire. Welcome, sister, as well. Everybody's confirming there that their sound is okay, which is absolutely brilliant. And oh my goodness, there is our China in. Whoa! It's always quiet without you, China, I have to say. Give an abuse. Well, tell me this. All those minions that you've been making over the past couple of weeks, am I in commission? Because by the time you've my commission paid, you will have no pennies left. Oh, Becky is looking for Stirling Protestant Boys and Colin is looking for Prince of Orange. I honestly don't know who's in the playlist. I didn't choose the playlist. It was Gary and Lisa and I just had a quick leaf through it. So hopefully they're all on here. So the next band that we do have on is Queen Elizabeth Accordion Band. And we're playing this tonight for Harry MacArthur, who is celebrating 70 years in the Queen Elizabeth Accordion Band. I think I was told today. So congratulations, Harry. That is a fantastic achievement and a fantastic length of time to be in any band. Never mind carting an accordion around. I know just exactly how well you've been doing. So well done, Harry. And this is the Queen Elizabeth Accordion Band at the Glasgow Clubs Parade in August of 2010. Great there from Queen Elizabeth. Just a few more shout outs here. Hi to John, who is watching in Loyalist, Kent. Great to have you along with us, John. Really, really delighted you could join us and hopefully you enjoy all our music. And Brian says, hi from a Pishin Wet Fermanagh. Well, at least, Brian, you don't have to worry about the Fermanagh bands tonight because we're all Scottish. John wants to know, where's all the balloons? What on earth are you, who are you referring to more? Well, it could be anybody watching this, China. I mean, really, balloons describes the whole lot of us, really. We are. Becky wants Prince of Orange Coatbridge. Brian Turner is watching. Hello, my name is Gareth from Belfast. Glad you've eventually got tuned in, and thank you for all the hard work. Glad you could eventually get in, Gareth. But really, what has kept you? What have you been doing for the past 16 weeks? My goodness. John China says, no, I'm busting for kebab and up the stairs, you girlie. It's a bedtime, China. It's a bedtime. My goodness. How was your little dog walks this evening, huh? Any People's Silver Band. I don't believe I saw any silver bands on the list, which I'm really, really disappointed about. But there's not. Is there any? I mean, I did put a post on Ulster Bands Forum one day asking, are there any Scottish brass bands? Because I knew that the guys were struggling. Beta's asking for Salt Coats Protestant Boys. I don't know if it's on the list. It could very well be. I haven't scrolled down that far as yet. The amount of police is a political ploy to push up costs. You could probably be right. Absolutely right. Govan Protestant Boys and Pride of Govan Canning Park, very quiet without yous. Yes, it absolutely is quiet without the bands, James, no doubt about it. It's just Glasgow, it's overkill with all the rest, the police, the rest isn't bad. Yvonne says, this is for you, China, you're talking about commission from China. I spent thousands on CDs over the past few years and I can't get anything out of them but abuse. Yvonne, I have this odd feeling that that's all I'm going to get as well. Now, you did promise me a fry, China, I haven't forgotten it and I'm still holding you to that fry. Andrew Irvin says, Val, you have just upset the Oldian. How have I upset? Oh, never leaves home without his side drum. Oh, so Harry, you're a side drummer, not an accordionist. I do apologise. Well, it must be nice to hang about with musicians, Harry. I'm sure you enjoy it. Oh, Helen says, hi, everyone. Alan thought that was a fantastic band. That was the Queen Elizabeth accordion. And Mo loves the sound of bands, the accordion bands. Andrew is watching from Lark Hall. And yes, Jean was asking about the drums at the front of the Scottish bands. And Davey has said, yes, we're back to that argument of should drummers be to the rear or the front of accordion bands. Oh, I don't think we'll ever solve that argument. We could be here all day. Now, let's go to another marching band. This one is one of the ones just mentioned, Pride of Govan. This is them at the Belfast 12th in 2017. That's finished, Roy, yes. Could hear more bands playing, so it's obviously been other bands there. So that was Govan, Pride of Govan, at the 12th in Belfast in 2017. Now, our apologies to Killycoogan Independent, because, of course, it should also have been of their parade this weekend. So Lisa, as always, has come up trumps. That girl is worth her weight in gold. Chris, I hope you're listening. She is worth her weight in gold, okay? This is Killycoogan Independent at their anniversary parade, 70 years in 2019. Great there from Killycoogan Independent. Looks to have been a lovely sunny evening that night in Port Glenone. Looks lovely. So if you ever see anywhere that says Port Glen 1, that's actually pronounced Port Glenone. That's for the Scottish viewers, okay? So let's see who else we have got on the chat there. There's Cheryl, who says she's hello from Malile, which is the Shankill by the Sea. Alan Henderson is congratulating Harry on his 70 years. Indeed, 70 years in any band is wonderful. And Harry, even those bluffers carrying the flutes, then we liked flutes. A lot of them can't manage 70 years. They should. They absolutely should. Benny's saying there's no brass bands in Scotland, which is, that's really sad. You need to start up a brass band in Scotland. Davy Pritchard says he needs another Blood and Thunder night. Davy, do not encourage him, okay? Do not encourage him. He's trouble enough on his own. Do you know what he wanted?
Davey, I totally 110% agree with you. Blood and Thunder night, an uplifting night of Blood and Thunder.
Do you know what he wants? He wants to do a night of nothing but Ballymena bands.
Ballymena district bands.
Be glad I've put my foot down and said no. Just be glad.
But just remember, Valerie, who presses play on the videos.
Now stop you doing that. That's blackmail.
That's not blackmail. That's just honest truth. I could put whatever video I want. I can stick a video on of you now.
William Bruce said that the closest to a brass band would probably be Dykehead Amateurs. And I did happen to notice that Joshua said that he hopes that Dykehead Amateurs are on the show this evening, because it's one of the very few part music bands in Scotland. And of course, who's next on the list? This is Dykehead Amateurs Flute Band. He's at it here. Brilliant there. Really well played from Dykehead Amateurs. Absolutely fantastic there. Now, Gareth said that he is usually busy on a Friday, Saturday night, but he liked to tune in this evening for the live 12th. Gareth, you don't need to explain yourself, dear. If you've even watched the videos and repeat, you'll know we like a wee bit of slag in here. Just a wee bit so that you'd noticed. Jane's wondering if there's any pipe, considering it's a Scottish parade. We haven't any pipe on parade. But we've a little bit of pipe in for you, just for something different. China is Billy's updating China on the football scores. Who cares about the football? Bands. It's all we need.
You weren't saying that the other week.
Well, that was because Liverpool.
And how did you do midweek?
Oh, they were probably still hungover, for goodness sake. Oh my goodness. John wants to know, is that girl leader wearing tights or what? What band was that?
Kelly Cook on one.
I think it was tight black jeans, China. I think it was tight black jeans. Man United 152 there. That'll keep you happy.
just on football, Valerie, can I just point something out? Whenever Liverpool said goodbye to Steven Gerrard, they got thrashed. So the night they celebrate getting the Premier, they get thrashed, and they're just bottlers. Full stop. End of story.
They're also winners of the Premier League, so I don't mind what you say. Now, William David, he's loving it for his first time tuning in. Do you have the Black Skull? Funny you should mention that, William. But next up on the playlist are indeed the Black Skull Corps of Fife and Drums, and this is them playing at the Glasgow Boyne celebrations in 2019. brilliant there. David, you are right. He loves pothole signals from the drum major for the bass drum. Absolutely fantastic and very considered. I have seen videos where the bass drummers haven't been so unfortunate and they literally have gone head over heels. Knows there. China said that he got 2 from Portrush who looked like Bonnie and Clyde. And I'm guessing that was yourselves, Anne and Ronnie. Was he nice to you now? That's the main thing. Look at the friendships that are being developed now through this wee experiment. Now, Robert Geddes says that's from the West Calder Parade last year, where the lesbian Younger Flanders flip band won the best visiting band and drum major. Well done. That is, of course, lesbian Young Defenders.
Are they on the road this week? Are they off
They're
the road
back
this
on the
week?
road again. I'm so pleased to be able to say they are back on the road. For those of you who are new joining, one night I managed to put Lisburn Young Defenders off the road in one fell swoop just by playing oldie videos and saying they didn't exist any longer. Yes, I have been let forgot, of course. Not. William is asked in China, is your shop open tomorrow? I wouldn't be a bit surprised, William, if it was, but I don't think it is. So you may get them during the week. Or alternatively, go onto their website and order and they will post it out to you, which is what I do because I'm too lazy to drive to Belfast. William has just saw himself at West Calder. Very good, William. Glad you did. Always nice to see yourself in the videos. And Billy McDonald says that he knows the bass drummer from Dykehead got as much sound out of his drum as some of those who try to burst the skins. Quite right. A good friend of mine, Devil, says it's all in the wrists. And my favourite video of all time, as you know, is, of course, Green Gar's Thistle and their bass drummer there. It just looks like he's tickling it. He doesn't look like it's hitting it at all. And the volume is amazing. Of course, it has to be a good bass drum as well. But, you know, you don't need to be battering and lifting legs all over the place. Another great night. Oh, Keith, that's very... Is this a wee poem? Oh, another great night watching the bands in the company of loyalist music fans. Should you be into flute, accordion, brass or pipe, there's always something here that you like. There's also the banter, the comments and crack. Every night it keeps you wanting to come back. So thank you, Valerie, Lisa and Roy, the Ulster Band Forum Parades. They are such a joy. Oh, Keith, thank you so much. That is lovely. I am going to slip that out and get that on the forum. Thank you so much. Oh, Denise says to give Roy a tissue for his issue. I like that, Denise. I'm going to have to use that one on the floor. Stephen is watching from Loyalist Resharkin. Which end are you in, Stephen? Brian and William are saying about, and Adrian and Alan and William Callahan, Gillian, they are all saying how brilliant Black Skull are. And don't you be telling folk that. I do not like being called Val, okay? I prefer Valerie, okay? But I can understand that when you're texting quickly, Val is easier to do. I get that, right? So I don't get that offended. But, you know, when you meet me on the street, call me Valerie, okay? I don't like Val. And, of course, he's sitting telling everybody that. Oh, my goodness. Where are we going now? Let's see. I'm just checking through the rest of these. Carl says, Valerie, we love the bands, but the banter between you and Roy is fantastic. Love from Paul and Carl and Limavady. Carl, it's not banter. He just needs to learn, like all men, he needs to learn to do what he's told. Now, someone was looking for...
So the thing about it is, Valerie...
Right, move on there really quickly.
No, but, see, the thing about it is, you forget I can mute you anytime I want to. I can take you off the screen anytime I want to. So it's not been putting me in my place. I just let you think you're the boss at times just to keep the peace because we know what you women are like.
If it wasn't for women, nothing would be done. Now, we are moving to New Stevenson Loyal. Who was looking for New Stevenson Loyal earlier on? This is them at the China. You're going to get mentioned. You're maybe not going to get played tonight, but the band's going to get mentioned. The East Belfast Protestant Boys Parade in 2017. Where do you see him sitting back there and huffing? He's not going to play a clip now. Oh dear. Childish. So childish. Just press play. lovely playing there. Really enjoyed that one. Not a band that I would see very often, I have to say, but definitely enjoying the clips that I see them. China has corrected me. He says I'm a balloon. Yvonne, didn't I tell you that I would get nothing but abuse from that man? They are open tomorrow from 10 to 3. And somebody said that he's only closed for Friday prayers. Oh dear. Hi. David Milligan says he only closes for Friday prayers.
And he also shuts in time for Saturday night mass.
Hey, you need to be thick-skinned in this show, don't you? Really? Kevin, yes, we have indeed got the County Flute Band. And Keith, thank you very much. We're not really trying to entertain. It's just we're just a wee bit slightly. Well, Roy is anyway. Good evening, Robert, in a slightly damp Oma. Glad to have you with us. And Zoe, it is good to be a prod. I've read that really quickly, Zoe, and I thought you were going to say God is a prod. That's my favourite saying on the 12th day when it's good weather, I have to say. Morris says he's late. Suppose better late than never. Indeed, Morris, but where is your note? Where's your note? Even whenever you were at school, you have to bring your teacher in a note to say you were late. Why are you late? Tut, 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 tut. Neil said he could see Lisa on the video, and I have to laugh. Some of the videos I watch, and like the band, there's almost like a band of videographers out around them as the band's walking up the road. But it is brilliant to have them all and to be able to see their clips, because without them, this kind of nonsense couldn't happen at all. Alan says he loves watching Ulster bands perform every Friday night and Saturday night with Valerie and Roy. It's a fantastic show. God love you, Alan. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? The tenors in the post. Now, any Pride of the Rock? Yes, Steve. I can't see. Can't see. Oh, red, white, and blue nails. Michelle. Oh dear. Roy's, for those of you who can't see the camera, Roy's partner Michelle has just showed me her painted nails, red, white, and blue. Quite right. I've started decorating today, but I didn't put my streamers out because apparently there's to be quite heavy gales tomorrow or Monday. Can't remember which it is. So I'm just waiting until after that. But I have got my Orange Woman in Lockdown sticker up and my Loyalist in Lockdown stickers up in the windows, and I've got my Orange Lilies in the windows, and I've got my flags in the windows. So I just have my streamers and my bunting and all of their stuff. And of course my flag is always up on the 1st of June.
Valerie, you do realise China will want you to put them up now so they'll get blown away so you can buy more of them.
Does he not think I've spent enough money with them? Huh? Bankrupt between him and GTR Graphics and their flags, which are stunning, by the way. But I'm broke. I'm broke buying flags and bunting and red, white, and blue stuff. Honest to goodness. Now, where are we? What are we going next? Have I ever heard of Ballingray Loyalists? Did I pronounce that right, Courtney? Ballingray Loyalists? No. Yvonne, you are right. I'm glad you feel sorry for me. Is that because of the abuse from China, or is that from the abuse from Roy? Because both of them deserve sympathy. Let's face it. Now, a lot of people asking for bands there, but yes, tonight is our Scottish 12th parade. Eddie, do you get any funding from the bands from the service you provide? Eddie, are you mad? Money from bands? My good God, of course not. We're doing this for the good of our health. No. Absolutely no payment whatsoever. Everyone who works for the bands and does anything for bands, and especially bandmasters and the committees of bands who are running bands, all do it voluntary. So, like the idea to be taking money for this here just is no, it's an alien idea. What's completely alien idea. Now, the next band, I have really learned to love this band as we have watched clips of them. Saracen Truth Defenders. Now, I know that there used to be a Saracen flute band years and years and years ago. Is this them reactivated? Is it like, they've done a Lisburn Young Defenders type revival, or is this a different setup or what? So if somebody knows, let me know. This is them playing in 2019. you can see why I really like them. Somebody put a comment on there. Let me find it again. I thought it was really funny. I did have a wee chortle at it. They said that the Saracen, it's that band, the Saracen Truth Defenders, that are telling the truth. The Saracens used to tell lies. Very good, Kenny. That was very good. But quite a few of you confirmed that it is the same Saracen band from years ago. Very nice uniform. Very, very neat. Very military. Absolutely great. And that's yeah. China's shop is online. Yes, that is where well, to be quite honest, they have a Facebook page as well. And what ends up happening is I usually see something that I like on a flag or something similar. And I'll text China and go, send me down one of them flags. How much do I owe you? And then just send him the money and he sends it back again. So like, I have to admit, he's very prompt with his deliveries. It's usually either next day or 2 days. He's not too bad now, I have to say. Does that get me a higher rate of commission, China? So Roy has posted in the website of his Facebook. I do have to say, other loyalist shops are available. Okay, we are not sponsored by China in any way. I know it may seem like it. Raymond is asking for Canvas Lang volunteers. I think we've played them already. I'm just scrolling back here. No, we haven't.
It's only because John China supports us by coming into the chat and gives us something to talk about as well.
He just gives us abuse.
Yeah,
he just gives us abuse.
Gives us abuse. It also gives me an outlet to get rid of my tea kegs and everything else.
If you're going to call into China's Gin Jack shop, take them up Wagon Wheels or Orange Clubs
or Tunnock's tea kegs.
Or Tunnock's tea kegs, yes. Let's see. Pride of the Rock. Please say, Carl wants to know, please say hello to my family members who are watching tonight: Sandra and David Donaldson, Beverly and Harry Steele, Denise and Andy McCarn. And that is from Carl in Limavady there. So hope you all say, well, I'll say hello, but hope you're all enjoying the show this evening. Let's see who else. The absolutely superb band. Yeah, everyone is agreeing there. Flip sake, how much use paying these guys? Oh, I wish. I tell you, I am holding them. I am holding you to that fry, China. The abuse that I get from you is unbelievable. And he's saying play Ballykeal. Ballykeal are not a Scottish band. Tonight is nothing but Scottish bands. Having said that, I did say to Gary and Lisa to throw in a couple of variations so that we weren't listening to nothing but flutes the whole night. So this flutes and a few accordions. So this is the masked. No, it's not. We're not going to them. We're going to Glasgow Orange Defenders at the 12th in Belfast 2018, playing Belfast Loch. I think I saw a good friend of mine, Stephen Goff, at the front of that band, who is, of course, one of the proprietors of the Peppercorn restaurant, which is where China's going to buy me my big fry. Now, let's see. Ronnie says he was in with the Chinaman today and says, Ronnie, did you come out with your wallet intact or empty? Probably empty, knowing China. Carl says, also say hello to my brothers, Mark and Brian Devaney, also watching Limavady. Yes, Carl, because you can't miss anyone out whatsoever, because that's what starts rows. That starts family rows. Let's see. Netherton Road Flip Band, please. Have we played them? I took a quick scroll down there. Netherton Road. Ah, so they are. So there. Yes. So they're
Sorry,
not
my
beyond
mic was off there. As I said to Valerie, Netherton Road's not a Scottish band. They're from Liverpool.
Yes, yes. Someone suggested we do next Saturday night as the Liverpool 12th. But of course, we're having a wee stash bash next Saturday night where I want you all to be in good singing voice, okay? We are now, as I said earlier on, I'd said to Gary and Lisa to pop something in, even though there's no pipe bands take part in the Scottish band parades. We just want a wee bit of something, because when you're listening to flutes so much, your ears sort of become a wee bit dead, and so you need a different sound, either the accordions or the brass or the part music or the pipes to sort of like clean your ears out a little bit.
You said my ears are deadened? Blood and Thunder cleans your ears out well and truly, because the vibrations knock all the wax out.
I wouldn't know. I usually have my earplugs in. No, I do not. I'm only joking. Oh my God, I'm going to be offending thousands of people here.
She's not only joking, folks. She sits with her hands over her ears every time we play Blood and Thunder.
I do not. He's such a liar. This is the Meist. Say what you've done to me. This is the Mast Pipes and Band. Oh, dear Lord. He's my head turned. He really has my head turned. This is the Mast Pipes and Drums at the Edinburgh Military Tattoo in 2015.
Reform bands by the centre! Quick, march!
Now, thank you to all you kind viewers who have come back to correct Roy. Netherton Road are actually from Scotland.
I stand corrected, or sit corrected.
Hey, it's not often they're correcting you. It's usually me. It's usually me getting it. Lisa is on the case. Lisa is on the case, and she is searching out a clip for us.
And there's definitely a Netherton Road band that plays in Liverpool, because whenever I had the pubs in Liverpool, up Wavertree Road, there was a Netherton Road flip band that came down, that played there, that was from Liverpool, and they're up from that Wavertree area.
You sure they're not AOH, no?
Positive. I only ever go to Blackey, or only go out to Blackey to watch them, or up to Dungiven.
Believe it or not, I actually have been in Blackey watching an AOH. Well, actually, it was a Republican Martyrs parade, but that's a story for another day. Now, let's see. Let's get caught up on our comment.
Oh, I feel privileged now. John's called me a balloon. So
A balloon.
yeah,
A balloon
I feel privileged now.
You're upgraded now to a balloon. He says he never gets a mention on here. He loves it. You love it, China. You love every minute of it. Andrew's looking for some Lark Hall Purple Heroes. Lisa, have a wee check on that if that's on our list, and let's see if we're getting it. So Jay's asking for Steeple Defenders. Jay, tonight we are doing a Scottish 12, so it's totally Scottish bands apart from the two we played earlier in the show whose parades it should have been tonight. Joshua is suggesting a virtual parade outing to the Peppercorn, book the place out, and we get to see each other in real life. Who'd be up for it? I see enough of Roy as it is. I see him on the other end of the camera. I don't know that I want to see him anymore. And to be honest, some of you guys are a wee bit, doolally. I'm not sure whether I want to be within 10 meters of you guys, never mind 1 meter. Joshua, I think it's a brilliant idea. Get organising, okay? You can get that sorted. Grant is looking for Bells Hill Protestant Boys. And Tam is another one to correct. Oh my goodness, it's great to see so many correcting Roy. There was Tam and William and Colin and Gary. Yes, and Mary and Robert and David, Jim, Mary.
Just to interrupt you, just jump interrupt value. Are you going to
James as well? There's an Everton Road.
I know there's an Everton Road flip band. I know there is an Everton Road. They're from the Everton district of Liverpool.
Carl suggests Netherfield Road, possibly. Is there a Netherfield Road band? To be honest, I think he's just doting. He's got to that age. God love him.
I'm still about 30 years off you, so I'm all right.
What's on with you?
Just remember whenever you first started playing in accordion bands, they were in black and white. And silent movies.
Not true, because I have photographs from my first accordion band that I was in at 15, and it's a colour photograph.
Colouring them in with your colouring pencils doesn't count it being a colour photo.
It's not even a Polaroid. I found it the other day and I thought, oh, class, I'll have to get that uploaded. Colin says a work colleague who retired not so long ago was a founder member of Northern Rooflet Band, and he lives 2 minutes away from where they practice. Will the Sash Bash be streamed to Facebook? Jordan, yes, the Sash Bash will be here, as always, at 8 o'clock Saturday evening. Netherton Road are from Wish. Oh, this is great. So many people correcting you. Oh, it's class. It's class. Let's have a flip band when we're on a high. This is Roxburn Loyalists playing pre-parade in 2018. Did we play this one last night? Not sure. Are you huffing again there? You sure? Are you going to play the clip? Does anybody have one of those books dealing with God Watch? I had two mice here. I got a wee bit confused there between them because I'm too busy laughing at David's comment. He says, "Tell Roy to get down on one knee. Netherton Road life's matter." Oh my goodness, you lot are mad. Absolutely mad, but I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, where are we going next? A little bit of accordion, which is always great to hear. This is the Crown Accordion Band playing at Dalry, Ayrshire. I don't think I've ever seen this band before, so looking forward to this one. What? What have you done? Oh, for goodness sake. Did you know that my family's nickname for me actually is the Queen? Because I never carry any money.
I've downgraded you to a princess.
Huh?
I've downgraded you to a princess.
Oh, have you indeed? Oh. Just you get the clip played.
Say please.
Please! I love the comment from Neil Glass. Quite right, you are. Neil says, could the folk in the video, for goodness sake, sit down and listen to the band? They're doing his head in. Quite right. Sure, the band's up there playing. Sit down and listen to them. Now, let's see through some of our other comments there. Betty Mullen says she wishes she could play accordion. We're all brilliant. All accordionists are brilliant. They're just wonderful people. Just wonderful. What have you got now? Oh dear, does any of you guys have one of those books about dealing with toddlers and, you know, their bad behavior and putting them in the naughty step and things like that there? Keep the Joker's hats and the crowns and everything off my head, you idiot. Now, back to the flute bands. We are going to go to Stirling Protestant Boys this time, and this is them at their anniversary period. Doesn't say what anniversary. We'll maybe figure that one out as we watch the clip. Fields of Ulster there. Well played indeed. Robert wants to know, can I play a trumpet? I dread to ask why you are asking that question, Robert, because I'm worried about the answer, to be quite honest. But no, I can't. I can play quite a lot of instruments, especially stringed ones and accordions and stuff like that there. But any flute that requires wind, like a flute, any instrument, sorry, that requires wind, like a flute or a saxophone or something like that there, I can't get a note out of them. I literally cannot get a note out of a flute. Not a cheap. Because when my son was learning the flute, he used to stand in front of me and taunt me going, let me hear you do this, mummy. And I couldn't.
That's because you waste all your breath talking.
Got it. Play Ardross and Winton, please. This is them in 2014 at the Brian Robinson Parade. I'm away here to cry now. I tell you something now. I am not here to take this level of abuse. Sure, my sister says, surprising saying you're full of hot air. Robert says, because you're always blowing on about accordions. Well, listen, somebody has to stick up for them. Neil says, I am full of wind. I am not here to take this level of abuse.
Maybe you were holding the flute to the wrong place.
To my mouth? Hi. There's an answer for you. David says that Roy's very cheeky tonight and don't let him get away with it. I will not, David. I will not at all. Trevor says, thank you, Trevor. What sort of note did Roy get out of his Proud of the Main Flag at 2 million stitches asking for a friend? What note did you get out of that, Roy?
Excuse me. I was in a band. I started off in the triangle. I then progressed to the flute. I then played the side drum. I was in that band for 17 years. Whenever I joined Pride of the Main, I just wanted to carry the standard. That was my choice and wanting to do that because it was something I didn't do before. So
Eddie
I
has come up.
play a flute.
I'm changing the subject completely now. Eddie has come up for an idea for a broadcast. Bands aren't on the road anymore. Sharpshooters, Royal Crown, Newton Ards Volunteers, Flute, Sandown, YCV. Eddie, is this your first night watching us? Because we do oldies clip all the time. Every couple of weeks we have an oldies night. I have a treasure trove of videos and DVDs donated very kindly to the cause by Mr. Gordon Corbett from England, and they will eventually all be convert it across, but some of them have already been converted, and there are loads of old brilliant clips. So we have
And it
some
was
great.
our second oldies night that you put Lisburn young defenders off the road.
Could you get rid of that troll there, please? What was the saying there? Yes, there's loads of clips, and we have great fun sitting watching those clips, and probably we'll be due for another one after the 12th, so make sure you are tuned. I like watching them because that's when I was parading. Now, Armadale Flute Band are next, and this is them at the Brian Robinson Parade in 2019. Folks, the troll's gone. Delete it. I don't even bother engaging with them. Don't even spare a second thought on them. I just ban and delete. And if I can't do it, Roy does it while I'm talking. So don't worry about it at all. They're gone. He's gone. Well, don't care about them. Don't care. Don't want you. Not even worth engaging. Right. So the next band has two members who are very good friends of mine. And this is Black Ridge Thistle playing at the Lisburn Young Defenders Contest in 2018. So Diane and Andy, I hope you're watching, and this is for you. brilliant there from Black Ridge Thistle. Somebody had said there about it being Ardrossan. No, it is the Black Ridge Thistle. Wonderful. And Diane and Andy blowing away their full kilt. Now, we're going to have a wee look at Whitburn Grenadiers, this time from Scotland. And this is them playing at the South Belfast Young Conquerors Parade in 2016. Great parent. Love the colour of the shirts. Absolutely love the colour of the shirts. Billy, are you at me again? Are you at me as well now? Our Lisburn broke up. My goodness. And I see Joanne is on there saying, isn't it great to get a wee mention every week? I know, Diane or Joanne, you're going to be the most famous band in the country for the speed in which you can break up and reform in one night in about a 5-minute conversation.
Mind you, that Lisburn Young Defenders is one of the melody bands I could listen to quite.
They're excellent, and they have a fantastic melody contest every year. No, they didn't have it this year, obviously. But
I facilitated one online for them this year, which was really good.
But they do have a fantastic melody contest every year, round about March time, I think it is. So if you are keen on your melody flute bands, make sure you get up to listen to it and you will be made very welcome. Now, someone's asking, is the East Belfast Present Boys out around the area on the 13th? Yes, listen, every time I see a band and their route plans for the 13th, I am sharing them on the page. There isn't kind of a central list. You could probably keep an eye on the Parades Commission site to see if there's any close to you on the 13th. But it is vitally, vitally, vitally important. The bands are doing their part by bringing the music to you. So it is vitally important that you do your part by staying in your garden and not following the band. That is crucial. Listen, we do not want to, the hard work the bands are putting in to play for you in the 12th day, we do not want to let them down by breaking social distancing and to let anybody else off the hook by giving them ammunition to say, well, they did it, so therefore it's all right, we do it. Nobody else is the standard by which we are measured. We are measured by our own standards. We are better than that, and we do not give them any ammunition, okay? It is vitally important, all right? It's fantastic to see the bands doing this for the community, because bands are the heart of the community in most towns, and it's fantastic to see the bands doing it, but we need to support them by adhering to the requests that they're making of us, i.e. don't follow the band, especially don't let your kids follow the band, because you know what kids are like. Social distancing, stay in your own garden, don't be having garden parties, for goodness sake, of 50 folk in your front garden. Just be sensible, that's all we're asking, because there's a lot of fish on a hook at the moment, and I don't want to see them go off because of something we've done stupidly. That's as plain as I can make it. Now, something a little bit different again. This is a fantastic tune. Love this. Oh, yes. Birthdays. Thank you, Roy. Several birthdays to mention tonight. We have got Cheryl Sloan. It is your birthday. Mary Pettigrew, it is also your birthday as well. And Inky Miller from Gertrude Star, I'm told it is your birthday as well. So a happy birthday to you all, and to anyone else who has been celebrating their birthday either last week or in the coming week. Hope you have had a wonderful day. I know it may not have been the birthday that you would have wished, but we're all the same this year in 2020. I saw t-shirts printed happy my 21st birthday, my 30th birthday, and all that there. 2020, the year I spent in lockdown, and all that kind of stuff. So
does that mean you're getting one with your 99th birthday on it in lockdown?
I need a 21 one, so I do. Yes, so the this is the last of the Mohicans, or the Gael as it's otherwise known.
It's not, it's birthday.
Oh, it's not, it's birthday, so I keep my head turned. For goodness sake, man, dear, stop centering at me. So Cheryl, Mary and Inky, happy birthday to you and to everyone else. This is from all at Ulster Bands Forum, and I'm sure everyone that's watching. Is it any wonder I have grey hairs? Hairdressers open on Monday, ladies. Hairdressers open on Monday, and gents as well. But they open on Monday. My appointment is on Tuesday. So by next weekend, I will be a new woman.
I saw pictures of you from 1979 with grey hair, so I don't know what you're going on about grey hairs now.
You are such a sod. You are such a sod. Right, we are going to the military tattoo in 2008. Not 18, 2008. And this is the Gael, otherwise the Last of the Mohicans theme tune. Fantastic piece of music. Superb. That's an apology for all our brass and silver band fans who we couldn't obviously get a brass or silver band on parade for the Scottish 12th, so we had to get a little bit and something in, and I have to say Gary and Lisa just knocked it out of the park with that choice. Andy has just joined us. Andy, you missed Blackbridge Thistle, played especially for you and Diane because you were too busy watching Dexter. Seriously. That's it. I remember you in the mem hall. Absolutely. Jim Laird says, is it possible for a short clip of New Stevenson Loyal? Jim, we played New Stevenson Loyal early in the show. If you have missed it, or if you've missed any of the other bands in the show, you can always watch on repeat once the live show is finished. Okay, loads more bands to get through here. It's looking like another 10 o'clock shift tonight, but as Lisa says, that's usually what happens whenever you're at the Scottish 12th. I know you're not finished till about 10 o'clock, so we're just keeping in tradition. This is the Sons of the Somme at the East Belfast Parade playing La Rêve Pass. Fantastic march. Brian says that it's a great march, unreal march for silver, not too bad in the flute either. It's even better in the accordions, Brian. Better in the accordions again. Alan says sometime me and Roy have to come down to Fermanagh and watch a band parade. Well, Neil and I have already plans to go down to Fermanagh to watch one of the brass band parades. or the silver band parades. Do we need our passport stamped? Neil, you could for Mana more than I would. Do we need passports for that night? And not only are we having a virtual band parade, we are also having a virtual chippy as well. Like, you lot are nuts. You lot are completely and utterly nuts.
And I do go down to Enniskillen. I go down to Enniskillen to watch parades quite a bit. So
Keep him. When he goes down that far, keep him. Don't let him come back again. And I saw a comment earlier on.
what happens when I press this wee button here? Does it mute Valerie? Oh, there we go. Can't hear Valerie.
Where was it? Somebody put on a comment. I'm trying to see who put it on. That they said, let me find this. Ian Campbell, Valerie, you do not have to stay there to be insulted. You could stay home and get insulted by a professional. Ian, I am home. But apart from anything else, I have a 14, nearly 15-year-old son, teenage boy. I know I was a very young mother, but he can insult me the like of what you've never seen. At times I wonder who's the parent, who's the child, because he just spends his time telling me off and telling me, Mummy, don't do that, please. You know, I am the original embarrassing mummy. That's all that I can say. Now, who has been? We are going to
read Mary's comment.
Per Roy's life matters.
Thank you, Mary.
Roy or Mary. You're going to be my side. Airdrie Argyll Accordion Band is up next, and this is them playing Daddy's Uniform at the Kirkintilloch Blacks in 2017. just a pity. If the video and that, if the videographer and that there had been on the other side, we would have got better sound off the accordions. Really, really big band there, which is great to see. Susan has just joined us. She was in shift. You were working tonight, Susan. Well done. Excellent. That's very good. That's very good. Glad to hear it. Take it easy for the next few days now. Don't be doing too much. Kate says, huge round of applause for all Scottish bands and loyalists. Proud of you all. Absolutely. Now, Rebecca, you are on your granny's tablet. And we can see you on your granny's tablet, okay? So you need to make sure that your granny allows you on your tablet. Does your granny know you are on her tablet watching the bands? You better make sure she knows or we'll be telling her. Percussion joins out the accordions at the front. You see, I told you. You need the drums at the back. Absolutely. Peelers can't walk and step over there either. Do you know something? I always smile when I see a policeman accompanying a band and walking in step. It's quite funny. I think they purposely don't do it so it doesn't look as if they're supporting. But then when they're walking along, whistling the same tune at the same time as walking out of step, it kind of gets it away. Now, next band up is one that I know a lot of you have been waiting for and definitely asking for. Alex, you will be glad about this. This is the County Flute Band at the Bells Hill Boyne celebration.
Or you could insert White Rock or Netherton Road.
Do you hear what he's saying? Do you hear what he's saying? I wouldn't agree with that at all. Different styles completely. So this is them playing Home on the Range. Singing there badly out of tune, but what brilliant entertainment. I mean, absolutely fantastic and really, really encouraging the crowds along there. Another very popular band I know that has been asked for quite a lot, and we played, I'm guessing it's their neighbours earlier on, but this is Galway Protestant Boys playing at Pride of Knockmore's Parade in 2018. Now, that was to be our very last band, I'm afraid. However, because it's a special night, because we're celebrating the 12th, Lisa has very kindly gone and found clips for some of the bands that you have been asking for in your comments, the Scottish bands, that is. Do you want to stay on and watch them? Just as a little taster of what she has pulled out for you, here are non-Liverpool band Netherton Road. Brilliant there from that Liverpool band. So the resounding...
Or was it White Rock, or was it County?
Over you. This is one of my babies. This is Craig. This is Craig. It's not one of those Mrs. heads that you have on the wall. This is one of my babies. The other one's lying snoring on the floor. Now, we're not finished. We're not finished yet. We have some more clips for you. Yes, Lisa has been working frantically away in the background. We would be lost without her. So here's a few more that you asked for. You asked for Lark Hall Purple Heroes. So here they are from 2019. love that. Yes, Craig did have to come and sing. To be honest, whenever I'm playing the bands, the both of them are never far away. They're two little, people would call them two little bigots. They love the bands. Craig and Carson. What other names could I call them? Now, someone else had asked for Young Cowden Beath Defenders. We're not over yet. There's still a couple more to go. Well, there'll be two after this one. So these are the last three bands for this evening. This is the Young Cowden Beath Defenders playing in Belfast in 2018. Lovely there, and lovely to see the Orange Men out in their regalia in that clip. Unfortunately, it's not something we will see either today or this year, next week. This year, next week, next week of this year. You know what I mean. You're following me. But it's nice to see. Nice to see. But totally the right decision by the Orange Order. When you consider the crowds that would be at any 12th parade, it's totally the right decision to do. And then, of course, the bands are helping to bring the 12th to home. Now, one other band that everyone was asking for, or quite a few people was asking for, was Pride of the Grange Volunteers. This is them in Belfast last year. Oh, seems to be the end of that clip. That's a pity because I was enjoying that. Hope you're all practicing getting your singing ready for next week. Now, our final clip of the night. Folks, we have had some brilliant bands on this evening, all Scottish bands, apart from two. And as Adrian says, he's sure a lot of folk will be surprised with the amount of great bands in Scotland. I'm not, because we've seen the vast majority of these have been over at Ulster at some point in time, parading in the 12th parades and various other parades throughout the year. So I've seen quite a few of them. There's a couple I haven't seen or not seen that often, but I knew they were great. There are tons of great bands, and thankfully that great relationship exists that they do come over here to Ulster quite a lot. But hopefully some of you who maybe haven't travelled just as far or seen as many bands saw bands tonight that you've never seen before and really appreciate what they're giving to us. Now, I can't take any credit for the choice of clips tonight whatsoever. That is all down to Gary and Lisa, and I think they've done a fantastic job for the Scottish 12th. Hopefully this has lifted your blues a little bit from the fact that we couldn't have a 12th today in Glasgow and wherever else the Scottish 12th would have been. I think today might also have been a Rosnauda parade as well. I'm not sure. Sorry, right, go ahead.
It does say a lot though whenever Mr. Bandsman himself, Mr. Joshua Morris, says there's quite a few bands that he hasn't seen before.
He just means that's a few bands that he hasn't got uniforms for. That's
exactly. That's probably the way of it is.
So, folks, thank you so much for joining us tonight again. We have loved having you with us. Don't forget to join us again next Friday night. It's just a normal show next Friday night. Then next Saturday night, we're going to have our Sash Bash. Both of those are going to be at 8 o'clock as normal. So I want you all to have your singing voices ready for the Saturday night. And I do want to hear some clips of you guys singing, okay? Because I'll be sitting here singing and I'll have to listen to Roy singing. So you can't be worse than that. And then on the Monday, the 12th day, we are going to do our 12th program from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So that means you have plenty of time in the morning to go and see your local band. Again, observe social distancing and don't follow the band. They will come to you. And then on the 13th, which is actually the 14th, the Tuesday, we will be having our Scarva, where we'll do some clips from old Scarva parades over the years in various different sections. And that'll be back at 8 o'clock again. So 8 o'clock Friday, 8 o'clock Saturday, 3 o'clock 3 o'clock on Monday, and 8 o'clock again on Tuesday. And then we'll be back into Fridays and Saturdays again. So thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for sticking with us to the end. I hope you've enjoyed all the Scottish clips. And remember, flutes to the myth, boys. We're coming to the tune, and it's not going to be that long. It's going to be, what, 9 days? 9 days to hear them. Finishing us off tonight, Canvas Lang Volunteers at Derry Day in 2013. See you all next week.
Just before we do, and Shirley, during the next week, I will make sure I get practicing pressing that mute button for Valerie's mic. Don't worry.
See, even my family gang up on me. See you next week, folks.
It was when England's glorious sun in 1688 was overcast with treason's cloud and popery stood elate, that up arose her Protestants, the peasant and the peer, and vowed the chain of perjure James that they would not dainty wear. They sought them out a prudent chief to guide their ardent zeal, to lead them on that victory might bless their flashing steel. And who so fit to guide that host in all its bright array as William, Prince of Orange, ere he landed at Torbay? Then up arose the mighty chief and left his native shore, and rode upon the stormy waves our freedom to restore. Upon his flag was blazoned forth, high fluttering o'er the main, that our religion and our laws he ever would maintain. 'Twas then in gallant style he stood upon the vessel's prow, with victory on his flashing sword and wisdom on his brow. And tens of thousands greeted him upon his natal day, when he, our glorious Orange chief, first landed at Torbay. Come, brethren of the Orange bond, a bond ne'er to be riven. Whene'er we give great William's name, a bumper must be given. For if you'd fire a fou de joie to him who victory won, come prime and load and see you give charge unto your gun. The eloquence of bumpers full there's nothing can surpass. There's naught expresses kindred soul like friendship's social glass. And thus we give our song and toast with 3 times 3 huzzah, the memory of King William and his landing at Torbay. The memory of King William and his landing at Torbay.